Are you thinking about making a move to Dallas, Texas in 2023? Well, if so, you're going to want to know all about what's happened and is currently happening in the Dallas housing market. In this video, we're going to uncover appreciation trends over the last 3 years. Then we're going to talk about all of North Texas and the housing stats. And we're going to conclude with what's going on right now in Q1 of 2023. Then we're going to break it all down, give you the takeaways, and why I think that this is a fantastic time to move to Dallas, Texas in this housing market. So stay tuned and we'll uncover all of that and so much more. Hey, it's Missy with the Living in Dallas, Texas team, your local real estate agents located right here in Dallas, Texas. We help people like yourself that are relocating to Dallas every day, and we love it. We love helping people with all of those questions, housing related, jobs, area, what's best. That's what we do on a daily basis. While you're here, make sure you subscribe to the channel and you ring the bell so that we can notify you every time we add a new video to the channel. What we'd love to have you do is reach out via phone, via text, via email so that we can connect and help you with your relocation to Dallas. You know what drives me crazy? The news, and especially when the news tries to talk about the housing market. Have you noticed that every time the news tries to talk about the housing market, it is from a nationwide perspective? Well, let me be the first to tell you, the housing market is extremely local. So what I'm going to do today in this video is I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on in the Dallas, Texas housing market in 2023 so that you can make an informed decision. This first segment, what I want to do is I want to uncover what's been happening on the appreciation side since 2020. So I'm going to share this graphic with you and I'm going to look at it with you as we really dissect what's going on in North Texas, which is just the Dallas, Texas metro area. Okay, so look at this graphic. This is courtesy of our friends at Old Republic Title, one of our title companies here locally. So what I want to do is share with you, you've got the whole chart here. It's going to have the average home sale prices going back to 2020, and then it lists out 2021, and then we go to 2022, and then it calculates the appreciation that those counties have seen. So if you look, most of you are familiar with Dallas. And so in the middle of this graphic, you're going to see Dallas. And over that period of time, it has had a 27.1% appreciation. That's fantastic. Normal in our market is 4 to 6% appreciation year over year. So you can tell 27 far exceeds the standard. But let's take a look at some of our more popular counties, and one specifically that I'm going to talk about later in this video. That's going to be Collin County. So if you're in Dallas and you head due north, you would find the area of Collin County. Now that's going to be comprised of some of your cities like Plano, Frisco, Prosper, Salina, McKinney, other cities as well, but those are the ones that you've probably heard of. So those all fall in Collin County, and if you look at the graphic again, you'll notice that it far surpassed Dallas County in the appreciation at 47.8%. So if you owned a home back in 2020 in Collin County, it's worth almost double what you paid for it, which blows my mind, right? That's what you want to see. That's what you want to do, is grow your financial portfolio by owning real estate. And by owning real estate in a high-performing market such as Collin County. So 47.8% in Collin County. Some of our other popular counties around is going to be Denton, which had 44.8, as well as Tarrant County, where the airport is located, and cities such as Southlake, Colleyville, Keller, Roanoke. Those all fall in Tarrant County, and that saw a 35% appreciation growth rate. So there's not a county in here that hasn't had a tremendous growth. That's a good thing. So take a look at this chart. Let me know if you have any questions. You can message me, you can call, text, or email me. Happy to elaborate a little bit on the county that you are interested in. The next infographic that I would like to share with you is also courtesy of our friends at Old Republic Title, and that's going to be North Texas housing statistics going back over the last 3 years. So as you look at this, I want to look at it with you so that I can call a few of these details out for you. So the first thing that I wanted to point out to you is the average price. It's right there at the top right of your screen. So if you look at this, in 2021, the North Texas average home was a little bit over $353,000. And then in 2022, that increased to $411,808. And then look at where we are today, $469,000. So you can tell that the housing values and average price continues to increase. That's a key factor here. Yes, there are fewer sales. We're seeing more of a leveling. It's not the frenzy that we saw at the end of 2021 into the beginning of 2022, but houses most definitely are still selling. And not only are they still selling, but look at the next statistic on average days on the market. We went from 42 in 21 to 32, right? Record quick sale times in 2022. And then now we're sitting at 59. So you don't have to panic about trying to sell your home. If you're in a situation where you need to sell your home, it can be sold in 2 months' time, when in this area the average is anywhere from 60 to 90 on a normal year. So we're right there at the low end of that range. So 2 months, not a lot of time to have your house on the market. The other thing I would like to point out is there are more houses for sale. That's a good thing when you're going to purchase. That way you have the control of buying the house that works the best for your family, instead of, again, getting wrapped up into that frenzy where it was, oh, there's a house I needed, I'm going to pay whatever price. We're not in that market anymore, which is good for you. What you're able to do is take your time and truly think about your budget and location, and then make a fair market value offer. And that's what we're seeing in this market. So the price per foot is still going up. The average price is still going up. We are looking at a little bit more inventory to choose from, but yet still they're leaving the market in roughly 2 months' time. So overall, not a bad picture when you look at the 3-year trend for housing in all of North Texas. So we've covered a little bit of historical data going over the last 2 to 3 years. And now what I'd like to do is take you right up to date. At the end of January, we have the statistics for what's going on the very first month of 2023. And I've decided to focus on the hottest county in all of North Texas, and that would be Collin County. So let's take a look at what happened historically in January of 2023 in Collin County. Well, as you're looking at the graphic, you can tell that the housing prices, again, are still increasing. Collin County has seen a 9.8% increase, with the median price a little over $510,000. So there are 33.5% of the homes on the market in Collin County in the price range of $500,000 to $750,000. So that tells you where the meat of the market is where you're going to find the most inventory is in that price span. We have more listings with a fewer number of closed sales. Again, that frenzy is now down. We've leveled off to a more normalized real estate market in North Texas. But the thing that I really want to point out on this graphic is the number of months of inventory at 1.9 in Collin County. So there is not too many houses on the market. What the months of inventory means. So we take all of the houses for sale, and then we divide it by the number of houses selling in the month. If you have no more houses listed in Collin County in all price ranges, in 1.9 months, we will have exhausted all the homes for sale. That still indicates a seller's market. When there is less than 6 months of inventory on the market, that is considered a seller's market. When there is too many houses on the market and you have 6 months or more inventory to choose from, then it switches to where it is a buyer's market. So this is still very much seller's market, but I find that the sellers are being more realistic in their pricing. So you're not stealing a house, but you're not having to give one away. After I really had time to look at these graphics that we've talked about together and let the information kind of sink in, I came away with 3 key takeaways that I want to leave with you in this video. The first one is going to be buying today locks in today's housing prices. So if you go back to the second chart that we looked at with the housing statistics going back to 2021, you will recall that you could have purchased the average house at $353,000. And in today's market, it's now at $469,000. So if you take that same appreciation and you decided to wait another 2 years to purchase in our area, that same home could be costing you upwards of $585,000. And the one thing I do know is if you run the math on how much the $113,000 increase in that price of your home cost of buying it at $585 versus today at $469, it's okay to be buying at a little bit higher interest rate because your increase in monthly is going to be less than the extra amount that the house itself cost you. So keep that in mind, but I would lock in at today's prices because they're only going to continue to go up. Second key takeaway is going to be take advantage of that appreciation. Wouldn't you want your house to appreciate, let's be conservative, 25 to 45% over the next few years? That is very likely in North Texas, and I'm going to get to why that is here in a moment. The third key takeaway is interest rates. They're refinanceable, right? They are not permanent. If the rates go down, you can choose to take that rate down, but you're still in the house locked in to the price of today's market versus paying more at a possibly 1-2% lower interest rate in 2 years. No one has a crystal ball. We don't know. They could still be 6-7% in 2 years, or maybe even higher, right? But I would say if you lock it at today's prices, then you do have the flexibility of always refinancing that interest rate. So those are my key 3 takeaways of the charts after we looked at those. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to transition over and I want to tell you kind of the why. Why is North Texas unique? Why are the numbers so much better here and so pro purchasing power right now when if you looked across the nation, they're not necessarily keeping up at this pace? Here are 3 key facts that I bet you didn't know about our great state of Texas. Number 1, did you know that we are the 3rd fastest growing state? Not only are we the 3rd fastest growing state, but also we lead the nation in adding new jobs. And this is per the U.S. Board of Labor and Statistics. In job creation, we added a little over 650,000 jobs in 2022 alone. And the third thing I'd like to tell you about Texas is we lead the way in the most Fortune 500 companies. We have over 639,000 employers and over 3.1 million small businesses. So why do I bring these facts to you? Well, it all goes back to supply and demand. Now, I'm certainly no economist, but in my schooling, I did learn the theories of supply and demand. So those statistics I bring to your attention because that proves the demand. Growing the number of population, we're growing in the numbers of created jobs, and we have great jobs and great companies to work for with evidence in the Fortune 500 companies and the over 639,000 employers and 3.1 small businesses. So when you have demand, right, then they're going to have a place to live. Well, if you need a place to live, then your demand on the supply only increases the prices, which is the reason why the housing market here in North Texas is so strong. We have an increase every single month of the demand on the supply. So the prices steadily increase. It's a very healthy housing market. It's one that if you're considering, call me. Let's text, let's chat. What are you looking for? In what area would you like to call home? And does it make financial sense to you? So reach out again. call, text, or email. We are happy to help you with your housing needs here in North Texas. Are you leaving this video feeling a little bit more encouraged about the housing market specific here to the Dallas, Texas area? I sure hope so. This is certainly a local market and it's doing incredible things. I hope you've started making that list. What would you like in your house? What area do you think you might want to call home? And what's your budget? Let my team here at the Living in Dallas, Texas team go to work for you. We know where the deals are, we know where the best school districts and all the other amenities are just for you. So send that list over via phone, via text, via email so we can go to work for you. It is our pleasure helping you relocate to Dallas, Texas, and we look forward to meeting you soon. Before you leave, make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring the bell so you're notified every time there's a video added to the channel. See you soon.